Good morning, students. So we are going to discuss about continuation to last topic, that is analytical learning. So already we discussed about the inductive learning and analytical learning. So once again I want to brief out about those topics. So inductive learning. So whatever the concepts we have learned so far, neural networks and decision trees. So what are those techniques? Using those techniques we are going to build a system which is going to be useful for our purpose. So whatever the purpose we are going to be targeted, so in order to achieve that purpose, what we have used neural networks, decision trees. So in all those things what we consider, so we are going to use the training examples. Training examples, so based on the examples which you are going to be provided to the system, then the system is going to identify the things, whatever the test data you are going to be given to the system. So based on the training examples, it is going to identify the test data. So that is the case we observed, and those are the concepts which are relative to inductive learning. Yes or no? So here if you look at the inductive learning algorithms like neural networks, decision trees, inductive logic programming, etc., all require a good number of examples to be able to do good predictions. Already told you, suppose if you want to train a system about the car, so what you have to do, you have to provide all the car models. Suppose for example there are 1,000 types of cars. 1,000 types of cars are there. So in terms of brand, or in terms of colors, in terms of type of structure, so whatever it is the criteria, there are total 1,000 types of cars are there. For example, just assume, so you have to give all the examples, then only it is able to identify particular test data is provided to you. Suppose you have given only 900 examples and you are going to provide the test data in the remaining part, so that is the total 1,000 cars are there, 1,000 model cars are there. So but you have provided the examples up to 900, then what about remaining 100 models? Suppose if you are going to provide the test data from the 100 model, then the system may get failure. Though you provided 90% of samples, 90% of examples to the system, then even though if you are going to provide the data from remaining 10%, then the system gets failed. Yes or no? So this is the case which we are going to be observed with the inductive learning. So here what you are going to do, so data set is going to be provided, then the learning algorithms are going to be used, and it is going to identify the hypothesis. So this is the case with so in order to avoid this, what you have discussed, analytical learning is going to be useful, where we are not able to provide the sufficient number of examples. So in order to design the system which is going to be satisfy our needs, or which is going to be target function purpose, so what we are going to use, analytical learning we are going to use. So we don't need large data sets. So here the major advantage we are going to get is we don't require much larger data set. If besides taking examples as input, the learning algorithm can take prior knowledge. So here what it is going to use, the system it is going to use the prior knowledge. So the difference between inductive learning and analytical learning is, so here it requires only less number of samples. Whenever you are not able to provide or not able to gather so enough number of samples, enough number of training examples, in that scenario what you have to do, you have to use the prior knowledge. So here the data set and prior knowledge, data set and prior knowledge are going to be given as the input, and we are going to use the learning algorithm, then it is going to define the hypothesis. So this is the basic difference between analytical learning and inductive learning. In case of inductive learning, we are going to depend on training examples. Here we are going to depend on training examples plus prior knowledge. So in case of sufficient number of examples are available, then inductive learning is going to be perform good performance or good results, good accuracy. So in case of whenever you are not able to provide the sufficient number of examples, then in that case what is going to be observed, there is a failure in the system. So in order to avoid that, what is going to be used, analytical learning is going to be used. So one more kind of technique which is going to be defined as explanation based learning. So here what we are going to, prior knowledge is used to reduce the size of hypothesis space. So whatever the hypothesis we are going to be target, so that in order to reduce the hypothesis space, what we are going to use, the prior knowledge is going to be used. So this is explanation based learning. Explanation based learning. So explanation based learning is used to define the hypothesis space. So in order to reduce the hypothesis space, what we are going to use? Explanation based learning is going to be used. Suppose if you are going to consider a learning chess problem. Suppose what is given here, suppose we want to learn a concept like what is a board position in which black will lose the queen in X moves. So here there is a game, so chess game. So what you have to do, so if you are going to identify, so black king was there and black queen is here, and what you have to do, within 2 steps you have to make the black kinds to be queen to be eliminated. If the queen to be eliminated, then the game is going to be lost by black kinds. So in order to make that move, what you have to do, so here is a white knight. Yes or no? Here is a white knight. Here is white knight. So white knight, with the white knight, what we are doing, we are going to checkmate to the king. Checkmate to the king. So then if you are going to use like another, using this queen, what you have to do, you have to target the queen. So here it is a queen and here it is a king. So you are checkmate with the king. Then what you have to do, so using the white knight, you are going to remove the queen, remove the black queen. So this, how can you get this problem? So if you have prior knowledge on the chess game, then only it is possible to take the positions. So what you have to know, you have to know the each and every legal positions of the each and every coin, and you have much knowledge on the chess, then only it is possible to win the game. Yes or no? Suppose if you want to train the same concept to the system, what you have to provide, you have to provide n number of examples, and if you are able to provide 1000 examples, even though whenever it is going to face 1001 case, then there is a chance of getting failure. So when it is going to be get succeeded, so whenever if you are going to acquire the proper knowledge, then only it is possible to win the case. Yes or no? So generally human beings are going to learn the techniques easily, so in case of complex topics, but instead of system. So for the system, what you have to provide n number of examples, you have to provide whenever it is going to face the n+1 case, then it may get failure. But in case of human beings, if they are going to learn all the legal positions, based on the situation, they are going to act and they will take a chance to win the match. So that is the case which we are going to be observed with playing chess. So here what is required? Inductive learning is not required. What is required? Analytical learning is required. If you are going to analytical learning technique, then only it is possible to win the game. Yes or no? So here what is given, in which black will lose the queen in X moves. That means within a 1 move or 2 moves, what you have to remove? You have to remove the queen, black queen. So chess is a complex game. Each piece can occupy many positions. We would need many examples to learn this concept, but humans can learn these type of concept with very few examples. So why? Because human beings are going to have the analytical. Here we require analytical knowledge. So using the white knight, we are going to put the checkmate to the king, and we are going to remove the queen. So here once again what we have to consider, so we have to protect the white knight also. So by seeing that black with the black knights, it is not possible to remove the white knight. So by taking those precautions, then we are going to take 2 to 3 moves. Within the 2 to 3 moves, what we are going to do, we are going to close the games. So that is a concept which is required with the help of analytical learning only. Humans can analyze an example and use prior knowledge related to legal moves. So within 2-3 examples, suppose if you are whenever we are going to learn any new game, so if you have to concentrate on the rules in the sense what are the legal moves which are going to be considered for each and every type of coin, and with 1 or 2 examples, then we are able to crack the problem. So because the white king is attacking both the king and queen, black must avoid check, so letting white capture the queen. So this is the reason where what we are going to do, we are going to remove the queen. in the previous game which we have seen. So he see here this is a white knight, so which is targeting queen as well king. So there is a checkmate for king, so the black has to move the king. So in that case the white knight is going to remove the queen, yes or no? So this is a case which we are going to be learn with the help of analytical learning. So what is the prior knowledge involved in playing chess? It is knowledge about the rules of chess. What are the legal moves for the pieces? Players alternate moves in games. To win, you must capture the opponent's king. So what you require? So in order to win the game, so you have to know the what are the all the legal moves of each and every coin, and the addition to that, what are the other opponent in the sense other player, what are the steps he is going to take. So as per the he is going to take those steps, then we need to act. So that is also required. So legal moves and players to alternate moves, and we need to concentrate on the opponent's king position, so that what we can get, we are able to win the chance. There are much chances to win the game. So see there what is given in this example data set, where each instance is pair of objects represented by the following predicates: color, volume, owner, material, density, on. So here we are going to consider one more example. So what is this example? Just a moment. So here we are going to compare the differences between inductive learning and analytical learning. So what will be the input for inductive learning? Hypothesis space and training examples. Hypothesis space and training examples, these are the two inputs which we are going to be provide for the inductive learning, whereas in analytical learning, hypothesis space and training examples as well domain theory. So B is a representation for domain theory. So domain theory is going to play the prior knowledge. And what will be the output? Output is the hypothesis which is consistent with training examples. Whatever the hypothesis which we are going to be defined, which is going to be consider the training example. So in case of analytical learning, what it is going to concentrate? The hypothesis which is going to be defined with the help of training examples as well prior knowledge. How we are going to acquire the prior knowledge? So with the help of background knowledge or domain theory concept. Clear? So these are the basic differences between inductive learning and analytical learning. So if you are going to consider another example, that is safe start learning algorithm. So here what we are going to consider, we are going to consider the data set, whereas it is going to concentrate instances, pair of objects represented by the following predicates. What are the predicates we are going to consider? Color, volume, owner, material, density, on. Safe to start is the target concept. What is the target concept? Safe to start. So what is the meaning of safe to start? Suppose there are two objects x and y. So what we have to identify, whether we are able to place the x object on y or not. Can we place the x object on y or not? So that is say whether it is safe or not. So to stack what is meant by stack? Placing. What we are going to place? X on y. So that is the target concept. So for that, what we are going to consider, the color we are going to consider, volume we are going to consider, owner, material, density. So these are all the characteristics which are given to us about the two objects. See this? Hypothesis space, set of Hahn class rules. What are the rules which are given to us? So the head of each rule has the predicate safe to start. The body of each rule is based on the instances and the predicates less than, equal, greater than. So what we are going to consider, head is going to give us about the rules, what are the rules we need to follow, or what are the properties, characteristics which are given to us, and the body is going to play the concept which is going to be involved with what is the less than, equal, greater than. So these are the symbols which are going to be involved in the body part. And here what it is going to be considered, safe to stack xy, volume, and volume, whether it is both the x volume and y volume less than or equal to. So based on these training examples, what we are going to consider, so we are going to decide whether x can be placed on y or not. See here, domain theory. Here the domain theory is in the sense, so what are the basic things which we require for placing x on y? So x should be lighter than y. Yes or no? The weight of x should be lighter than y. Then what we can do? We can place the x on y, and the y must be flat. So that means, so it is able to hold the things. y should be defined or y should be discriminated as it must be able to hold the things so that we are able to place the x on y. So those are the things we need to consider. So major thing we need to consider is lighter. So what is a lighter? Lighter in the sense in terms of weight. We need to calculate the weight of x and weight of y. So if weight of x is less than weight of y, then what we can do? We are able to place the x on y. So that is the major thing we need to consider coming to the domain theory. So in case of domain theory, irrespective of material, what we are going to consider, the weight is going to be considered, the priority is given for weight. So if the weight is less than y, then x can be placed on y. So hypothesis consists with both the training examples and the domain theory. The domain theory refers to predicates not contained in the examples. The domain theory is sufficient to prove the example is true. So what type of knowledge is required here? In terms of weight, we need to calculate the x and y so that we are able to take the decision whether x can be placed on y or not. So here, what is the perfect domain theory? So domain theory is correct if each statement is true. So whatever the concepts which are given to us in terms of domain theory, so what we are going to do, so each and every statement must be true. Then only we are going to define the proper knowledge we are going to acquire. Yes or no? So domain theory in the sense background knowledge. So whatever the background knowledge which is given to us, so it must be true. So if it is going to give any false statement, then what is going to happen? So we are going to depend on those false statements so that the entire system is going to be underperformance. So that what we are going to get, failure results we are going to get. Yes or no? And domain theory is complete. So whatever the background knowledge which is given to us, it must be in complete position. Complete in the sense the entire things are to be known to us. So we should not consider the partial knowledge. So what is going to be happen in case of partial knowledge? There are much chances to get the failure. Yes or no? So whatever the concept which we are going to be considered, so in that concept all the statement must be true and it is going to be provide complete data. So in that scenario only we are going to get the perfect domain theory and we are going to get the good results. Next, explanation based learning algorithm. So it is similar to sequential covering algorithm. So what is sequential covering algorithm? Where we have learnt, so whatever the concept which we are going to be designed, so it is going to cover all the examples, positive examples which are related to the target concept. In the same way here also what we are going to do, we are going to consider all the positive examples which are going to be define the target class. If any rule is not defined, then what we have to do, we incremental order in the sense step by step what we are going to add, we are going to add all the positive examples to the training data. So that is the concept which is going to be defined in the explanation based learning algorithm. So here what we have to do, we have to explain the things, we have to analyze the things and we have to refine it. So that is, suppose while explaining, if it is not going to cover any rule, then it is going to be analyzed whether it requires for defining the target class or not. Then the data set is going to be updated with the adding the new rule. So that is the way we are going to use the explanation based learning algorithm. So here what we are going to discuss one more concept which we are going to be used in the explanation based learning algorithm, that is Prolog EBG. So Prolog in the sense it is a programming logical. So already told you, so inductive learning and analytical learning. So the major difference between inductive learning and analytical learning, inductive learning deals with whatever the trainee samples which are used. So among that it is going to identify. So it depends on the structure only. Whereas in analytical learning it is going to define the logical things. So why? Because based on the knowledge which we are going to acquire, so using that knowledge we are going to solve the problems. So that is the logical things. So here Prolog in the sense programming logical. Using this learning rule, what we are going to do, we are going to implement the analytical learning. See there, learning is a single on class rule. Remove the positive training examples covered by this rule until no further positive examples remain uncovered. The explanation is the proof of that the example belongs to the target. Explanation belongs to the target. So this is about the Prolog EBG technique which is going to be used to solve the target. And this is also similar to the sequential covering problem. So here also we are going to take the save to start. So just now we discussed about x is an object, y is an another object. How can we place whether we need to find out what we need to find out whether x can be placed on y or not. So that we need to find out. So that is safe to stack object 1 and object 2. So the major criteria we have considered is lighter. So that is in terms of weight, we need to consider the weight of object 1 and weight of object 2. So see here, weight of object 1 and weight of object 2. So 0.6 is the weight of object 1 and 2.5 is the weight of object 2, so that we are able to decide whether x can be placed on y. So here in terms of weight, what we need to consider volume, density, and whether equal or not in terms of size and in terms of shape. So all these things are going to be considered, and using those concepts we are going to decide whether x can be placed on y or not.